Every day, more and more kids kill themselves because of bullying. How many lives need to be lost before people realize that words do matter? These were the words written in the journal of 12-year-old Rebecca Sedgwick. Rebecca Sedgwick was a sixth grader in the United States who was bullied, tormented physically at school by some peers who eventually took it to the net. People would message her telling her she needed to die. She didn't deserve to live. Why can't she just die already? People would torment her on the internet. And for months, this girl had to go through that. Until on the 9th of September 2013, she decided her life was indeed not worth living. And 12-year-old Rebecca Sedgwick climbed her way up the top of a cement tower and jumped to her death. 12 years old, and she thought her life was not worth living. 2020 has shown a lot. 2020 for many people has been that pause that they needed to just sit in their homes and evaluate a lot. And many have. My social media is flooded, I bet yours is too. My group chats are flooded, I bet yours are too. With the words, guys, take care of yourselves. Many people have died, many young people, and it's scary. It is scary. It really is. 2020 has been said to be the world giving humans a timeout. Giving humans time to think about their actions. To realize that the actions that they've just been carelessly doing over these years have dire consequences. And they do. They really do. But 2020 has also sent out a message that many of us would do well to pay attention to. Not only in Zambia, not only in Africa, but in the world at large, 2020 has seen many scandals being taken to the internet. If it's not a marriage scandal, it's a personal scandal. Somebody's video leaks, and it leaks even further. Many stories are told of people who, in confidence, take nude pictures of themselves, send it to people they care about, and those people don't care enough to keep them. They don't excuse that that person may have acted carelessly in taking the pictures, the videos. They know that. They know that. People who have been caught in a certain act, some certain situation, know they messed up. It's bad enough being caught. It's bad enough being caught. But the world today is feeding off people's sadness, people's sorrow. Because we're able to record somebody's lowest point and send it to the net for jokes. But we don't think. The problem is you and I don't think. And I don't take it back. You and I do not think. The world today doesn't think. There's so little thought that takes place in the big heads of many people that we do not sit and think, what am I doing? Cyberbullying is a thing. It's a thing that has existed for many years, unfortunately. And I feel even worse that not more than 2 days ago, I didn't think about this thing clearly. 2 days ago, I go home and I receive a message, some long VN. And it isn't like it's a VN from somebody I don't talk to. We talk. But the VN was so long, I was like, not in this DM, you know? But I played the VN and all I heard was passion. A broken person who is hurt by the loss of another young life. And many of us, the whole year, have been posting, guys, pray for each other, check on each other. You never know when to be someone's last day. And people are dying. But we are killing each other. I have come to realize that I'm a murderer. I have caused hurt. I have caused grief. You have too. But because we don't think, we don't know. If we took time to think and consider our actions and the consequences that could come out of our actions, we wouldn't do a lot. Some days ago, a girl, 17, in the country, took her life because a video of her circulated where she's found in some dire situation, and it blew up. As is the custom these days, it blew up. Fam, we need to be caring of each other's feelings. We need to take for a moment, just a moment, time to consider what that person is going through. A nude video of them leaks, and it leaks even further. What's going on in their heads is, how am I going to face society? How? My image has been tainted. People see me a certain way. I cannot show my face out there. How will I go to school? School becomes such a terrifying thing in such situations that people drop out as a whole. It happens. 2017, the United States Center for Disease Control, the CDC, took out a survey on cyberbullying. And the stats showed that 12 months prior to that survey, 1 in 7 high school students had been cyberbullied. 1 in 7 high schoolers. That's people from as young as 14 to as old as 18. And within that range, people are being tormented. They can't even enjoy their young lives. That's how bad it is. Worse, we take that to the internet. And we don't think of how depressed someone can be. Depression genuinely comes out of this. People genuinely feel they have no escape. Because cyberbullying is different from physical bullying. Physical bullying, you have, okay, at the end of the day, I'll go home and I'll cry it out and I'll sleep. And for a moment, I'll be okay. Cyberbullying can happen at any time, in any place. Neither is very excusable. It's not excusable at all. Because people get hurt. People get to a point where they feel they don't deserve to live. It's just pain. And it's a constant thought. How am I going to go out there? My dirty laundry has been put out. And like I said, we don't think. Even worse, we don't care. There's a lot of love lacking in our society. Because you would not want your own dirty laundry hang for the public to see. But you don't mind sharing another's. I don't blame you. You don't think. I don't blame me. I don't think. But we should start thinking. Why? Because there's no excuse like I didn't know it was just for jokes when somebody's dead. There's no excuse we were just teasing her. She just used to wear funny clothes when you mock her and bully her because her parents cannot afford to get her the latest clothes. When she's using some flip phone with buttons and you're using the iPhone whatever and you mock her because she didn't have what you have. And these things happen. We need to get to a point where we sit and think. We're thinking about our lives. How can I get myself right? How can I come out of 2020 a better person? Because really, the world at some point will come to an end. We're thinking all these things, but we're not thinking deeper. We are not handling life at base level. And fam, the problem isn't the fat shamers on the internet. The problem isn't the rise in numbers of sexual assault cases. The problem isn't teenage suicide. The problem is a lack of love, a lack of human decency to think and consider another person's emotions, another person's feelings and thoughts after you do what you're going to do. That's the problem. The result, sexual assault, sexual abuse. Because you don't care enough of another person's thoughts and feelings and how they're going to live their life after you get what you want from them, you will do it. Because you don't care about the words that you're saying, you will call someone out. Shame them, shame their body. You know what happens? They go home and they will never see themselves the same. Many people do this under the guise of, no fam, we're correcting people, we're changing the world, we need to make people accountable for their actions, but that's not really what is happening. If you know correction, if you've been corrected, you will know that kind words, somebody coming to you serious but caring and lovingly to tell you you're messing up, and if you don't get yourself together, you will mess up even further, goes a further way than somebody coming and spitting your errors into your face. What happens? You set up a defensive guard. Everybody has pride. Nobody wants to be called out. And that's happening on a face-to-face, man-on-man human interaction. What more when it's you against the world and all your problems are aired out? People don't think about what they're doing. They really don't. We do not, because it's funny and we see it and we share it. People have killed themselves. Go to the internet. Just look up cyberbullying and its effects. There's teen talking on cyberbullying on YouTube. 7th graders are talking. 7th graders. I was 11 in grade 7. And I was not speaking the way those kids were speaking. And they said, if you only thought before you posted, you would avoid a lot of hurt. Another video, the bullying stories and experiences and impact of young people, cyberbullying. I don't know if this would be the best title, but that's what it is. Another one, cyberbullying. What it is, the effects it can have on teens, and signs to watch out for. This is a Dr. Phil video, so many might have seen it. Another one, the doctors, exclusive. They lost their daughter to cyberbullying. Number 5, the story of Rebecca Cedric. 12-year-old commits suicide after months of online torment. But if you didn't get the titles of those ones, look out for this one. It's an 18-minute video, a tribute to 50 young people, all below the age of 20, going as low as 8 years old, who lost their life because of bullying. The title is Children and Teenagers Who Have Sadly Died by Suicide Due to Bullying. It's a September video, September 2020. Fam, we need to pause. We need to pause. It's funny, yes. It's funny, it's cool in the moment, and you go about your day. For you, that's the end. And really, fam, it's all fun and games until one day you get in your social media, you're on your Facebook, another owner has been caught. You're there, you're laughing. Ah, look, his wife is even just vexing. And you focus and you realize those are your parents. It's not funny anymore, eh? You see your mom screaming at your dad. It could even be in the comfort of your own backyard, but somebody takes a video and circulates it. A matter that should have been handled, could have been handled privately, is out there in the open. How would you feel? You don't think about it because it's not you, eh? But many people have gone through this. And if you've gone through this and you're at a point where you feel you can't handle it anymore, please don't take your life. I'm begging. I really don't want to see somebody else lose their life because of our carelessness. And I see no better day to record this video than the 24th of October. Zambia is celebrating their 56th year of independence. All we've done is move from a time of oppression by foreigners to oppression amongst ourselves. What kind of independence really are you celebrating? Because the way I see it, the world is worse now than it was then. And it doesn't make any change that the whip of abuse has simply moved from somebody white in complexion to somebody dark. Why? Because you're causing pain on your own brother, your own sister. Fam, let us think. Let us think and let us change.